Well, come along with me today and I'm going to show you how I make Thanksgiving stuffing bread so I can make that stuffing that my grandma was so well known for. And I want to show you how you can achieve that one superb recipe for stuffing. So be sure to follow me. Okay, with Thanksgiving coming up so soon, especially with our neighbors up in Canada, who are going to be celebrating their Thanksgiving this year, October 10th, and I don't want to exclude them from any of my Thanksgiving videos, so I figured I'd be making my stuffing bread recipe that I found in one of the books that I just adore making bread from. And I've made it before and it was pretty good. So I decided I'm going to show you how I've made it. Except for I've altered it a little bit in how they showed it in the book. And I will tell you when I show you the rest of it. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to grab my bread pan over here. Let's go ahead and put it right there. I'm hoping that's in the screenshot. And what you're going to be needing is 1 1/4 cup of water. And then you're going to be needing 2 tablespoons butter. 2 tablespoons of dry milk. 2 tablespoons sugar. 1/2 tablespoon of margarine. 1/2 tablespoon of thyme. 1 teaspoon of basil. 1 tablespoon parsley. 1 teaspoon pepper. 1 teaspoon celery seed. 1 teaspoon garlic powder. 1 teaspoon onion powder. 1 teaspoon rosemary. half a teaspoon nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon sage. Then we're going to be needing 3 cups bread flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Oh, I gotta get more salt. I'm all out of salt. Alright, there's the 1. And there's the half. And then you're going to want 3 teaspoons of yeast. And by the way, folks, this is the yeast that I do use. And then I also use the same amount of my dough enhancer. And I have a video up of how to make my dough enhancer. And then you're going to want 1 tablespoon of vital wheat gluten. And now we can go ahead and we can put this in our bread machine. And I'm going to put mine on the dough setting like I always do, because I prefer to shape my own bread or my rolls or whatever I'm going to be making out of the bread. I like doing that myself. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put it on the dough setting, and I'll be back when the machine tells me that it's all done. Well, good morning. Well, it's the next day. We made our stuffing bread. Now we're going to have to sit there, slice this all up so we can make our bread cubes for our stuffing, because we're going to be making stuffing just like Grandma did. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to sit there and take this loaf, and what I want you to do, I want you to slice it all up. And after we slice it all up this way, I'll come back and show you what we're going to do next. Okay, I got it all sliced up. I just want to sit there and show you how beautiful the stuffing bread looks after it's all baked. Alright, we sliced it up into slices this way. Now we're just going to turn it around, and now we're just going to do slices this way. Basically what I'm going to do, half the loaf, just so it's a little bit easier. And all you do is just go all the way down to these. Go ahead, turn it one more time and make a few more cuts. And there we got our cubed up bread. Okay, and then I would sit there and take these and spread them out on a cookie sheet. Put them in a 200-degree oven or 180 degrees. And I would just allow them to dehydrate. And once we get all the moisture out of each one of these cubes, I would go ahead and put it in an airtight container until you're ready to use them. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to finish slicing up this loaf, plus I'm going to be slicing up this loaf because Grandma's recipe calls for 7 cups of dried breadcrumbs. So I need to get making more of these. And there are the 2 loaves that are all cut up. What, you want to bite? Here. There you go. Okay. Now you can either let these just air dry, or you could put them on your dehydrator trays and dehydrate them at 95 degrees and allow them to thoroughly dry out. Or you could put them in your oven on the lowest setting. Let your oven heat up for, maybe about a half hour. Turn the heat off and then just allow them to sit on the cookie trays and they'll dry out the way breadcrumbs are supposed to be. So the next time you'll see me is when we're making Grandma's hearty stuffing mix.